When Gunna testified in court and said YSL was a gang to the judge, Young Thug in the internet streets instantly called Gunna a rat.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
After that statement, Lil Baby made sure to stand with Young Thug, and when Young Thug got out, he made sure to separate himself from Gunna and then support Gunna in none of his music. But I was under the impression that Young Thug knew Gunna was a snitch. I'm talking about before he signed him, because Gunna snitched on dude for his cousin. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I need a quick 100 likes. Once we pass 100 likes, I need a quick 500 likes. But Young Thug knew Gunna would have testified if it really came down to it. This news clip was aired way before Young Thug even signed Gunna. So for him to see this and still put him on YSL was definitely playing with fire. So when that interrogation video surfaced with Young Thug talking to the police for over 2 hours, I wasn't surprised.
All y'all are bloods, right? Like Lil Wayne, you, Amber Man, all y'all. So I mean, I just don't see why the beef makes sense, though.
Blood?
Yeah, blood.
Man, that is.
That's what y'all say it on the song.
That is entertainment, man.
Y'all say it on the song. You know what I'm saying?
You right?
Yeah, I'm saying you on a different level.
The moms and cocaine?
Do what?
What is it?
No, relax, man, relax. We got something that's going on. It's something totally separate from what you got going on. We're not even here basically looking to talk to you about anything that we think you did wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's more just to get a feel and just get a background of everything that's going on. Does that make sense? Okay. What I would like to do is just talk with you and just, like I said, get background of this whole shebang of just the whole history of what's going on. I'm sure you know what happened in Cobb County, right, with Pee Wee and all that crap.
Oh, Roscoe.
Yeah, Roscoe.
Oh, yeah, with that Lil Wayne.
Yeah. There's a lot of stories, I guess, that are out there. Who knows if they're freaking true or not? You can disprove it. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you?
Disprove me, like, sort it.
Yeah, just sort it all out for us. You know what I'm saying? Well, here's the thing, man. Like I said, we don't have charges on you. We're not looking to do anything like that, man. But since you're in custody, do you know anything about Miranda rights or anything like that? Deal? You ever been read your Miranda rights before? Like on TV, you see on TV, you know what I'm talking about?
Miranda rights?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
You ever been arrested?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what they say.
My charge was but because you know, I'm off of...
It's terroristic threats is what I was told, but I don't know if you have a bond.
Yeah, that's what it was, but you said you came to talk about Lil Wayne and...
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the whole background between Roscoe and Lil Wayne and all that.
You want me to tell you the honest? This is honest God truth. Man to man.
Mm-hmm.
This is brother more than Birdman Wayne.
They're doing what now, brother?
I said, was that more brothers than Bird and Wayne?
Oh, Roscoe and Lil Wayne? We're more than...
Brain Wayne is drugs. Like, trust them. I don't know what them fools. Cause the night with this Wayne too was that got shot up on Expressway.
That's what happened in Cobb, yeah.
Yeah, that happened at the club in Cobb. I was in New Orleans.
The club was in Atlanta, but it happened in Cobb. Yeah.
Shooting us some Roscoe locked up for it.
Yeah.
I had got some free Roscoe Stoner shirts. This Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
This Atlanta, and I was in New Orleans. They shot at us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck. They said Roscoe, but I ain't finna, I don't wanna block. I don't wanna like block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. You know Roscoe? Man, that man, scrub. That fool. I'm like, you shot at somebody, bro? But I don't know, cause every day bro, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Hypothetically, why would Roscoe do that? If he did it, why would he do it? I mean, hypothetically, like.
You said why?
Yeah, like what's his beef with him?
I talked to Roscoe on the phone. Roscoe, I'm like, bro, what's going on? You alright? He like, bro, I promise to God I ain't do nothing. I ain't do shoot no gun at nobody. I'm like, you sure, bro? He like, I promise. I'm like, okay.
Young Thug was definitely talking too much to police, and he responded on Instagram and said, "They didn't play my interrogation video in court because I helped my brother. Rat where? I believe you should never give any statements to the police. You should always exercise your right to remain silent and let your lawyer do the talking for you. Because in your mind, you might be trying to help yourself out this situation, but you'll get to talking too much and say something you might not want played back to you in court." But with that interrogation video surfacing, many people are using this time to celebrate Young Thug being the snitch. And Charleston White say he predicted this very moment. It said Young Thug looking foolish because what's the difference between him and Gunna?
And Lucy, you the man, boy. You and your crew the man. Hey, listen, I'm finna slaughter Young Thug. I got the Anton Daniels tonight. I got Big Bank Saturday. I got Say Cheese TV tomorrow. I'm finna go on a run with this real. Thanks for that alley hoop, Thug. Thanks for that alley hoop, young. I'm finna go on a run. Say, I'm coming down court behind the back. I'm finna go on a run, baby. Ooh. Say, listen, I prophesied this. Right now, Say Cheese TV is looking at all these old videos. I told y'all Young Thug would go tell it. I told y'all. I'm always willing to bet with any rapper. If they keep Young Thug ass locked up 6 more months in the conditions he in, he'll tell to get out of jail too. They keep him 6 more months, locked up in them conditions like that there, he'll tell to get out of jail too. He about ready to break. I told y'all, I am the new prophet. Y'all the new prophet. Listen, I have destroyed the hip hop community. I have single-handedly, me and Lil Woody, when I Woody did, I started first. I have single-handedly destroyed the hip-hop community. You can't deny that. You have the right to remain silent. The old, just to watch before, they say, make me back. You will bring it. First thing they tell you before you sit down is, you do know you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have a right to attorney. You have a right to have an attorney present. Right then and there, you don't want to talk no more. Well, I thought we don't talk to police. Man, we're willing. I'm finna call Scarface. Scarface got a whole song talking about we don't talk to police. I thought, man, what is he doing talking? A 2-hour interrogation, and you mad that Yak got it. You mad at Gunna. Gunna don't have no interrogation tape. And everybody mad at Gunna. This is what I tell y'all. Hip hop is fake. They pick and choose. They pick. Oh, come on over with me, Young Thug. Turn in your jersey, Young Thug, and come on over here and sit down with the tap. Take the stand, but you told. You tat a toe. You tat a tail, tat a toe. Come on over here. Come gonna tell. I'm telling you, everybody gonna tell. Everybody's gonna tell at some point when they get in trouble with the law. You can't beat the list out.
Charleston White a funny dude. He a self-proclaimed snitch. I guess in his mind, Young Thug might as well join the dark side. Then I seen Wack 100 and Trap Lord Ross talking about it. And Wack 100 talked about if he believed Young Thug snitch.
That's how I feel. I feel like the biggest YSL slack is a YSL rat now, bro. Like, that's just that. I mean, do you agree, Trap? Do you feel like the biggest YSL slack now turned YSL rat?
All right, here's how I see it, and this is why I felt like I had the need to break this down, because I feel like Young Thug been going so hard on the anti-ratting thing and throwing Gunna under the bus. Here's the way I see it. I'm willing to concede that this isn't snitching. A lot of gangster guys are saying this ain't snitching, but if this ain't snitching, then you can't call Gunna a snitch. If you want to say Gunna a rat, for taking a plea and saying yes, ma'am, then you got to say thug a snitch too. I feel like you can't have it both ways. It points out the hypocrisy. So if street guys want to gonna go on that hill and say this ain't snitching, then y'all can't be calling Gunna a snitch.
But did you call Gunna a snitch? Did you call Gunna a snitch when that originally happened? Did you feel like he was a rat back?
I personally don't believe Gunna's a snitch. He took an Alford plea, and Young Thug took a no contest plea on the RICO charge, but he took a guilty plea. Well, he took a guilty plea on the gang charge.
Stop right there, Trap. I don't give a fuck what kind of plea he took. Within him taking that plea, he said, the guns and drugs in that car ain't mine. Yes, YSL is the gang, and all this other crazy. No, I don't give a fuck what kind of plea, Trap. Are you saying that these things aren't classified as cooperate?
Hey, I feel like we got to clarify two things about Gunna's situation because people keep getting this mixed up. A lot of people keep saying, oh, you said the drugs in the car weren't yours and it was only Young Thug in that car, so you tell him. But there was a third person in that car. So he never said it. There was a third person there.
No, it wasn't.
There was, man. There was. I swear there was in the paperwork.
But see, Trap, this how this go in the streets. If me, you, and academics get pulled over, there's a gun in the car. Don't nobody say this one gun, let them do their job. Don't nobody say nothing. Now, one of us know we got to claim it eventually when it comes down to the wire. Out, start fighting the case. Good chance it might get dropped. Maybe we wipe it off. Wasn't no prints. Maybe we say the detailed dude might let it there. Hell, I beat a gun case before because the car got valet parked before they found it. This is real talk. So you and the rules of the street, you're not supposed to do that. Sorry, you're not supposed to do that. And Gunna openly claims rolling 60s. He shocked me with it. Me and Blueface was shooting a video called First Class. He showed up. I shot the video in my neighborhood in the city of Pacoima, and he showed up. And with a bunch of dudes, I'm like, who's all these dudes? Said, Wack, you doing 6-0? I'm like, you can what? He told me this out his mouth. So ever since then, I took him as that.
Wack, but look though, okay, cool. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you on that point, right? So we're gonna just go strictly off your logic, right?
Yeah.
We're going off your logic. Off your logic, you look at Gunna as a rat, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you gotta look at Thug like a worse rat because Gunna didn't mention no names and Thug did, bro. Thug mentioned two names. Thug mentioned ROSCOE name and Lil Wayne name, bro.
What did he say about Lil Wayne?
Thug said,
what did he say about Lil Wayne?
Trap know exactly what he said.
He explained that Roscoe was carrying Lil Wayne's drugs. He said he brought Lil Wayne's drugs and he committed crimes every day. And he unexplained all of the beef. Now, Lil Wayne ain't, as far as I'm aware in this situation, and this is no disrespect, but Lil Wayne was the victim of a crime. There wasn't really anything to put on. Lil Wayne didn't retaliate. Lil Wayne didn't shoot nobody up to have that tour bus. This was a record industry dispute that led into the streets. So there weren't really anything to tell on Lil Wayne for.
Trap, but that statement right there that Thug said about Wayne and Pee Wee, ain't that implicating both of them in drug trafficking?
You could see it that way. Now, look, I'm willing to concede. If we really bending over backwards and breaking our spines to defend Young Thug, you could say he was carrying a legal prescription drug for him. You could say he was carrying his medicinal marijuana.
We ain't doing it wasn't even legal in Georgia then, bro. So it couldn't have been medicinal. It was not legal in Georgia at that point. That was 2015, bro. Wasn't no weed legalized in Georgia, bro. I was still living in Atlanta at that point, bro. That shit was not legal, bro. Whatever he was carrying that was drugs was illegal, bro. Thug implicated Pee Wee, Roscoe, and Lil Wayne in drug trafficking, bro. If anybody's gonna say Gunna is a rat, you gotta say Thug is a worse rat, bro. That's what you gotta say in this situation, bro. That's it. That's all. Hey, Trap. Let me ask you this, Trap. Let me ask you this though, bro. If you looked at Thug and you looked at Gunna, right? You looked at what Gunna did and you looked at what Thug did. You looked at Thug's statement, right? If you had to say one of them told, who would you say told?
If we just looking at statements made, I would say saying yes, ma'am, in response to a pre-written plea isn't as much talking or telling as a 2-hour interrogation, where not only did you say that he commits crimes.
A pre-written what?
It was a pre-written statement as part of his plea.
Who gave the statement?
I guess, was it his attorney?
No. Your attorney can't give a statement for you. That can't happen. Your attorney ain't the one that's incarcerated or being charged. There's only one person that can give a statement. My attorney can't go in there and tell them nothing but what I've told him, and that gotta be me writing it down, documented or recorded prior to, so they can have that. If not, the grounds for appeal is wide open. So the statement got to come from who?
I know you want to say that it came from Gunna, but
I don't want to say that's where it came from.
but he just said yes, ma'am, and Young Thug said yes, ma'am.
No. You said yes, ma'am, to what? Is YSL a gang?
That's true. That's true. But then they're both telling.
Listen, we just establishing it. Look, man, we established it. We not. I don't really think. Well,
hold on, Wack. Hold on, Wack. Technically, now, Wack, ain't we been working on some new laws lately?
Yeah, but that's just us two. Then we ain't. I'm showing you what it.
Gunna can't rat on a rat because Thug ratted before Gunna allegedly ratted.
Yeah, what the hell?
No, what do you mean you can't write on that?
Gunna told in 2015. I mean, Thug told in 2015.
So you talking about stuff we've been discussing on the back channel on where we think this is going? Because I'm watching it, the new wave of things, out with the old, in with the new, right? And we jotted down 3-4 things. I didn't this back in somewhere that I was like, look, this is where things is probably going to end up going, because I listened to what people say today. And their upbringing is totally different than what mine was in the generations prior to me. And it's coming down to that. Well, he told on me, so I told on him. Or, like that. But in this situation, I mean, anytime you give information to law enforcement on anybody other than yourself, involving the commission of a crime or crime being broken that can trigger an investigation, the streets are going to deem that as telling.
In my opinion, Young Thug know he was talking too much. Although his intentions might have been good, talking to the police for 2 hours is crazy. Thug said, I'll take your car to talk to you later. That's bad work. At the end of the day, Gunna is dropping good music. Way better than Thug, not gonna lie. Don't understand why Young Thug didn't drop a first day out or none of that. I can't even name a record Young Thug dropped since he came home. Seemed like he shifted his focus to Mariah the Scientist and his clothing brand Spider, but to me, they both went bad, so they might as well collab. But let me know what you think in the comment section, and make sure you hit that like button. I need a quick 100 likes. Once we pass 100 likes, I need a quick 500 likes. Once we pass 500 likes, I need 1,000 likes. Roll to 30,000 subscribers, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Clips Reacts Reloaded. To the next one, another one. Gone.